Hey everybody, I want to update you on these paintings. I got the slice and swipe on the left, and I'm blanking on numbers. Maybe it's video 304 and 305, I'm not really sure. And then this is the sandwich pour with no silicone, but the lack of silicone does not seem to have an effect on cells because I still got them. I like the colors of this. It's very peaceful. And this one, I love the gold. I'm glad some of you encouraged me to use gold. I'm ready to get some more metallics in. It really adds a pop. And I'm going to resin this one. I like the look of the slice and swipes resined. Let me get this out of the way. And then I want to show you, bring in the room. I want to show you the mallet technique that I did the dipping, and this has been resined. I'm trying to see. I am going to resin it again because sometimes with I want it harder. I want it, and you can still see a little bit of the edges, feel the texture. So I'm going to do a second coat, but hopefully it's as flawless as this one. But I really love this, and it still reminds me of a heart. Which is interesting because my brother had his heart surgery today. So I have been in and out of Kansas City in the last less than 24 hours. I've come and gone from there. Okay. So this pour, and he did great. He came out of surgery great. So this pour, I am going to use Liquitex pouring medium. I usually don't like it, but I still have so much of this left that I thought I would try it again. This time I'm not going to use silicone. I mixed up Winsor & Newton Winsor Blue, Grumbacher Naples Yellow, covered it, and Grumbacher Red. And then with pouring medium, a little Floetrol, and a little water. And then this is my Dutch Boy paint. So I'm going to mix, if I can get the lid off it. I forget to clean it. I gotta use this thing, paint can opener. All right. I can't get a good grip on it. Goodness gracious. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll get it open. Oops. That was a lot of work. There's like not even really that much crud. Oh well, anyhow. So I'm doing a 10 by 10 canvas, so I don't need a whole lot. So I think filling it to about there should be plenty. And as you see, I'm not wiping it again either because I'll just use the paint can opener next time as well. Because that's how I roll. And, I'm gonna add the pouring medium next. I just have it in here, so. And I'm not measuring, I'm just squeezing. we go. No measuring ever happens at my house with anything. So, stir. I always like mixing the pouring medium in though, because it seems so creamy. And then still not measuring, just pouring. I didn't leave much room for the water. So I'm probably going to have to pour this into a different cup. Because this is way too thick. And you can see, you can't see, but I can see it's not mixed very thoroughly yet. I can still see the clear pouring medium and threading through it. Well, let's see if I can get any water into this. I gotta mix very carefully or I'm going to throw it on myself. This is kind of a weird red. Not sure I like it. I'm wondering if I've never used it before because it doesn't look familiar to me. So I've sort of tried to organize my YouTube page, like trying to add more to the playlists and stuff, because sometimes I forget about adding to the playlists. And so those are always a good place to start. And I have in my about and in the descriptions a link to Amazon that gives the products that I use. And then my Facebook page, etc., etc. Let's mix that water in a little bit more, and then I think maybe a little thick, but I think it'll be good. All right, so let me move. And now let me get up and see if it is on. Hopefully you could see what I just did. Hopefully. There we go. I'm going to put the gloves on. And I'm going to pour the white on first. Well, let's make the flip cup and then pour it on. And I'm going to just layer it. Oh, it looks like Tide. Just don't eat those pads. Okay, let's put that there. Oh, I think it's mixed up entirely. No. It was not mixed well enough. That was pretty much water that came out. I'm going to mix it like a bartender. Oh yeah, I can. It is like on the bottom. Yep, the heavy paint is on the bottom. Usually I do this, or I'm mixing it in a container that I can shake. Okay. So now let's mix it up again. This cup's bigger. Get more mixing action. There we go. So has anyone started the new season of Westworld? My husband and I plan to watch that tonight. I had to read all the recaps from the first season though. I would get very confused watching it. And then I'd have to go cheat sheets online. Same with Mr. Robot. Mr. Robot was a lot more confusing though. But I just love him. Just need to cover a little bit more. Sometimes I just dump the paint on and then I tilt it off huge amounts, and it's probably better to do it this way. Try. Yeah. A lot of that paint is underneath the white. So I'm tipping some more white off right now. And in doing so, giving a really unique shape. That's pretty cool. Okay, so now I'm just gonna, I don't think I'll drag it. I think I'm just gonna tip up and move the canvas. Move the canvas instead of the cup. Check out all those little cells. Remember, no silicone. Because treadmill silicone and I are on a break. Somebody asked why, and it's because I'm sick of the big oil spot. Even though I use almost no silicone, I still tend to get huge unwanted cells. And if you haven't figured it out by now, I'm not a giant cell person. Like these little delicate cells right here, those are more my style. So on one of the paint pouring Facebook pages, somebody posted an article or to a video, and I didn't listen to it because I like to only be half-assed informed. So, but it was about, and as I said, I didn't watch it. But from the comments about, was it an art collector or somebody talking about, the paintings that sell for so much money that are just like white, like a painted white canvas. And, how is that art, et cetera, et cetera. Well, it made me think, I don't know if any of you have ever watched, and I've always watched on my Roku, so I don't know like what channel it's even on, but Adam Ruins Everything. It's like a half-hour show, and he picks a topic each week, like diets or garden, just anything. And he gives you details about it that you would never know. And it's Adam Ruins, like art galleries or something. And it's really interesting how, I don't know if all of them are like this, but it's very business. It's a business, and it doesn't really matter. It's kind of like they choose who's going to become big and famous. It was really interesting. I'm giving an awful description of it, but it was a really interesting episode. I kind of like the show. He's funny and irritating all at once. I think my husband said he used to do those Funny or Die videos from that website or whatever. Okay, I am so, loving this. Look at those. This is cool. I am really hoping that when I torch it, this doesn't all bubble up. And somebody says, why do you torch them? Or do you have to torch? And the few, for a while there, I did a couple. I'm not even sure I did them on video because I wasn't sure about them. And I did not torch them. And they dried with huge, well, not huge, but air bubbles, little pinpricks all over it. So I always torch now. Oops. So I'm just hoping that when I do it, it won't. Oh, look, it's a little tiny froggy hand. Wow, I am really surprised. There's a bunch of color under that white. I am really surprised. My inclination is to use the straw to blow that color out of there. But that might make it very messy looking. Oh, my eye is itchy. just going to tilt it upwards to get a little more flow to the piece. There we go. Of course, now I'm looking at it at this angle and thinking, now I need to bring it. Ooh, look at all those colors in there. Yeah, that was a good move. There we go. I think I'm done now. Torch it a little bit more and you can see color, and color may pop up out of there. I don't know. I bet if I had silicone, it probably would have bubbled out and I would have hated it. But I like it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye.